Blaine. Before I start, I just want to thank you for your service to our district. I want to talk about health care. I retired a couple of years ago and largely based my decision to retire on the Affordable Care Act, especially after the election of 2012. I thought it was pretty settled and I took retirement. I've been very happy with my coverage under the Affordable Care Act, what I pay, what I get. I'm a person with pre-existing conditions, and without that, I wouldn't have been able to retire. So my experience has been good, but I understand that some others have had a difficult experience. And before I go on, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing everything you could to help oppose Speaker Ryan's bill. It was a nightmare for many of us. And it's my hope now. Yesterday is the first day I had hope in a long time for the country. And it's my hope now that maybe the fever has broken. Maybe we can see some bipartisan solutions where moderate people such as yourself partner with moderates like, I forget his name, the representative from Pennsylvania, Dent, I think his name was.
Charlie Dent.
Yeah, you know, there's obviously some really good people on the other side too. And I guess I'm hoping, maybe I'm overly idealistic, but I'm hoping that maybe now there can be some reforming, repairing of the Affordable Care Act. And I have an idea that I wanted to share with you that I think might be beneficial. In our state, with our initiatives, we've done different things. We've kind of led the nation with different things. Recreational marijuana. We've tried things like with Colorado, and it's worked. Different things have worked. The sky hasn't fallen. And I guess what I would like to propose would be perhaps you could do a thing where there's a trial sort of a period where maybe Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, states that kind of see the country, the world the same way, could have a pilot project whereby we could try as an option a single payer system, and just the other states can watch us, and it, you know, that's what Washington has been able to do. Washington, Alaska, Colorado, some of these states, we tried different things and they work. If it doesn't work, like one of the other speakers said, that's fine. But I see this as a real opportunity, and maybe we'll fall on our face. I don't think so. I lived in a country for 25 years that had single payer. I can tell you it's much better than what we have here.
Yes.
People should be able to retire in dignity and not have to look over their shoulder fearing a medical bankruptcy. So again, I'd like to just throw out ideas like that, just something to consider. I think we have a real opportunity, and I appreciated your videos on Facebook. They sustained me during some very dark days, so thank you.
As you and many others have said, and I agree, we should be trying things and see what works and what doesn't work and move forward. And I support, as I said, I support having a public option, and that's one thing that we would be able to learn from as well. And if you do that in a pilot way or some other way, those are all places that help inform us and make us do a better job of achieving a goal to make sure that we have affordable quality health care for everyone in our country. I proposed a piece of legislation last Congress, this Congress, to help small businesses to offer health care. I do think there are things that we can continue to do. We have to make sure that we're willing to consider those bills and move pieces of legislation forward and try and talk to people throughout our communities and get their feedback on how a change may help or hurt any individual part of our community, so that we are smart about how we move forward. And unfortunately, what we just did was not that example at all, because we never even had a hearing to get people's feedback. We were getting feedback while we were actually the bill was moving through committees, because people hadn't had a chance to even look at it. And frankly, the bill that came up yesterday was even different than the one we had talked about in committee. So it's no way to move forward, definitely on an issue that's this important, and definitely not really a way to move forward on really any pieces of legislation. So, but thank you so much for
This is the